he can sell all the shares he wants of MicroStrategy at a 2x price. Let's assume this is a crazy sailor world, okay? So his cost of capital is lower than 0. That's not sustainable, obviously. Because let's say you're a lender, okay? Your convertible bond arbitrager. I know guys that run convert funds. So the way convert funds work, in case anybody doesn't know, it's a little more complicated than meets the eye. So in essence, you are buying this convertible, and I've sold convertible bonds with Barclays. They did a great job, by the way. If you need a good bank to run a convertible offering, they're good. So your convertible notes have some kind of coupon, and it's usually not 0, but it's very, very low. And so this allows like smaller, shittier companies to sell debt, but it's not really debt. It's got debt character and equity character. So it's somewhere between debt and equity, depending on a few different things. So when you have a really low coupon and a low conversion premium, let's say you have $100 stock, okay, and you're the CEO of this company, and you're sick of and this is, let me just show you kind of how my company worked. And you have 20 million shares outstanding. So you have a $2 billion company, and you need cash for something. But you're sick of selling shares. I could go and sell 2 million more shares of my stock with Goldman Sachs or somebody like that and raise 200 million and put that on my balance sheet. Right? Let's say my cash is running low. I have 50 million, and I want to raise 200 million. So there's a few options. I can sell 2 million shares of stock, but now my shares outstanding goes from 20 to 22. And I don't like that dilution. My shareholders don't like it. My EPS might go down. So instead, I could borrow money. So if I borrow money and I'm sort of this like struggling mid-sized company, no bank's going to really give me debt unless I have better kind of earnings profile and stuff like that. So convert is kind of in between. Otherwise, if I were him, I'd just borrow debt or do an asset-backed loan. But in any event, so the convert has like a mix of, oh yeah, my face is way too big. The convert has a mix of equity and debt. So the convert is senior. So it is a serious claim on the assets of the company, typically. So if you don't pay the convert coupon, you go bankrupt. So that's a really important thing to keep in mind. Convertible notes are debt. You don't pay, equity is worthless. Many companies have gone bankrupt using convertible debt. So in any event, so again, in the picture of a small company, like at the time my pharmaceutical company, we sold, I want to say around 100 million of converts. And the nice thing is the coupon's a lot less than debt you could raise. So if you raise the debt yourself, it would be like 7% or 11% or something like that. So with converts, you can get this really low coupon, which is really nice. Now, the conversion price is interesting. So I have $100 stock here. We can make the conversion price $130. So why would somebody buy this? Well, if you buy this as an institutional holder, let's say we do this $100 million offering, and we pick a bank that we like with Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs is gonna make like $3 million on this. So I receive 97 million. The company does. So my cash would go up from 50 to 147. And the debt, this is debt though. So I have 100 million in debt now. So why would a hedge fund or someone like that own this? Well, it's very interesting. So from the hedge fund's perspective, so I'm sort of done here, right? I'm happy. I got my capital. Every quarter I have to pay this coupon, or every half year, and it's only $2 million a year of interest, when normally a bank loan would be like 7% or 10%. So the hedge fund that buys this convert has to think about this pretty carefully. So the hedge fund is earning the 2% coupon per year, right? So they're getting, 2%, and they're getting part of that 2 million in interest. But that's not very attractive in almost any circumstance. And the reason that they're doing this is really for the conversion feature. But the conversion feature, is that really valuable? Because the stock's at 100, and the convert trades at, the convert price is 130. So if the stock went to 140, this would be a very valuable bond to have, because now you can convert it and earn a serious return. So you have this optionality. You're protected on the downside because you're senior secured. So if the company doesn't pay you, it goes bankrupt. But at the same time, if the company's stock rises dramatically, and you have like a 5-year, or 3-year conversion option. So let's say the stock goes to 200, you can just forget that this is debt and convert the stock. Now, another thing you could do, and this is what hedge funds typically do, is they'll sort of short the stock. And so what they'll do, and this is called convertible arbitrage. So they'll buy the convert and short the stock. And this is kind of probably what's going on with MicroStrategy to some extent. And there's different ways and reasons you would want to do this. So lots of different ways to sort of decide how to hedge. At significantly higher than the conversion price, most hedge funds will hedge the entire thing. But selling short allows you to have this sort of win-win. So in a bankruptcy, the convert is probably worth something because it's senior secured. But your short is going to make a lot of money if the company goes bankrupt. So you're sort of trying to mix shorting the stock with owning the senior secured. So it's a very interesting dynamic. And if you play around with the spreadsheet, you'll sort of get a sense for, okay, why and how would people do this? So as I mentioned, MicroStrategy is an $81 billion company with $36 billion of Bitcoin, really 32 after you take out the debt. So why are we paying, we should really subtract this as well. Why would we pay $390 for $156, right? That is literally the deal you're making. Well, companies aren't static, right? They're dynamic and fluid things. They tend to change. And so in Saylor world, imagine we live in a world where Michael Saylor can issue stock at 100% premium with no interest. What would happen then, and how much could he issue? So this is the pre-Saylor. This is the real world, and now we're going to take a trip into Saylor world and see what happens. So in Saylor world, he's going to issue debt. So we're going to put the debt here, and we're going to say we're going to make this $50 billion in debt. Okay, really, really crazy amount. And he's going to buy $50 billion of Bitcoin. Well, usually when you lend the money, you also short the stock. So there's a weird parity there. Now with 0% coupon, I'm not sure shorting the stock makes much sense. So you're trying to find a delta that you're willing to short the stock at. Anyway, let's keep going.